Hey everybody, it is Sunday morning, which means it is rest and recovery day. We had a big week at work, in the gym, at home, just really tired. Down here though, doing a 10-minute core workout, just something light, something to kind of keep me active today. But I had this thought that I've been chewing on for the last 24 hours or so. I was listening to a podcast yesterday. I'm not gonna say the name of the podcast, that this is not supposed to be some social media troll. The guest and the host were talking about doing work and doing things that you enjoy. And the guest was making the argument on the podcast that you should sometimes give yourself permission to not do something. Fill in the blank, whatever that something is. He then went on to basically say that he was not a huge fan of just discipline and using that as a tool to get you to do something. Rather, he wanted to find ways to enjoy the work that he's doing and to motivate himself to do the things that he wants to do, as opposed to, this strict discipline to get things done that you don't necessarily want to do. And the counter that he used to this motivation philosophy is someone who's very much strictly into discipline and does very extreme forms of discipline. And I have to take exception to this particular argument and this particular line of reasoning. I think he's completely wrong. Right? I think discipline is 100% important. Motivation is nice, but motivation is going to fail you. And I know every single day when my alarm goes off, I don't feel motivated to get up, but it's the discipline that gets me out of bed, that gets me down in the gym, that gets me working, that really makes the results happen in terms of strength and conditioning and all those effects that you'll see in the gym. And when you go to the work side, there's a lot of times that I don't feel like going to work, right? I don't feel like doing the grind of the next patient, the next back pain, the next belly pain. Sometimes I just don't feel it, but it's the discipline that this is my job. This is what I'm being hired to do. This is what the patients need me to do. And so therefore I'm going to go and get it done, right? Same thing at home, right? I may not feel like going out and doing the yard work, but if I don't, it's not going to happen. Weeds are going to grow, and then it's going to create a lot more extra work. So discipline becomes extremely important even when I'm not motivated. And there's a lot of things in life that I'm never going to be able to motivate myself about, and I need to have the discipline to be able to get it done. Furthermore, I don't believe that ultimate meaning, purpose, and fulfillment is going to come out of simply doing things that you're only motivated to do. It's a very self-centered view of the world, right? And it doesn't reflect the fact that we live in community with other people, and part of our lives is to be lived in service of other people, not just in service of what I want to do. One of the people that I go to look for what it means to develop meaning and purpose is the author Viktor Frankl. He was an Austrian psychologist and philosopher that was imprisoned by the Nazis in Auschwitz and survived. And he wrote about his experience and about the experience of the other prisoners in Auschwitz and how you could find meaning and purpose even in such a dark place like the concentration camps. And one of the things that struck me in the book is he's making the argument that you don't find meaning and purpose in life by what you can extract from life. Rather, you find meaning and purpose by asking yourself, how can I fulfill what life is asking me to do today? He writes, life ultimately means taking the responsibility to find the right answer to its problems and to fulfill the task which it consistently sets for each individual. I can guarantee you none of what he experienced felt good. I don't think he was motivated to do any of what he experienced in Auschwitz, but it was the discipline to have that mindset of doing what life asks you to do and finding the meaning and the purpose in that. And that's where excellence comes. So as we sit down and analyze it, there's two philosophies of life being presented here. One is do what makes you happy and make everything fun. The other one is what do you need to do and discipline yourself to get it done. The first one leads you down a path of self-service. The second one, that's the one that leads down the path of excellence. So that's my thought today. Go out there, be excellent, be disciplined, get after it.